So I got a question. Who remembers the Wii U? It was Nintendo's console hybrid before the Switch came out, and let's just say this console in particular did, yeah. Despite how badly this console, well, flopped, there actually were a couple Sonic games released for this one. I think everybody knows at least one of these games. We're not talking about that game today, fuck that. The game I'm actually discussing today was, to my knowledge, the first Sonic game to be released on the Wii U. The game that followed up one of my favorite Sonic games of all time, and makes me question what the hell Sega was on. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, Sonic Lost World. Before I really get into that, let me just say that I originally owned this game on the Wii U back in like 2014, and I don't remember much about what I thought at the time, to be honest. To be fair, I was also young, so I mean, I probably just don't remember shit about that era. I know the game eventually did get a PC release, which kind of makes me question, like, the whole deal Sega and Nintendo had, because I know it was like a 3-game deal, and I'm guessing that 3-game deal was for Nintendo consoles only, because if that's the case, I'm guessing the two Sonic Boom games and Sonic Lost World count as, 3 games. It just confuses me because they were eventually able to port the game to PC without any issues, so I'm guessing that the contract may not have been as tight. I don't know. I'm not an expert, obviously. Let's get to the gameplay. So Sonic Lost World takes a different approach to the gameplay style, and it's well, okay, I'm not beating around the bush. This gameplay and this game in general is just so mind-numbingly average. The Sonic game is honestly the one that I consider to be so enigmatic. It's just like, it doesn't feel like Sonic. I mean, it kind of looks like Sonic. It probably sounds like Sonic, but I'm not gonna lie. I didn't replay the game with the soundtrack on, and from what I recall, I don't remember really caring for the soundtrack or liking it that much. Like, I think it's fine. I think Windy Hill's a good theme. I think the main, game theme is pretty good, but outside of that, I don't remember much else from this game in terms of the music, but I think the game graphically does look pretty good. It's nice and colorful. It looks like Sonic, like I said. But I'm talking graphically, the gameplay doesn't look like Sonic. In fact, you tell me who this gameplay looks like right now. If you said Mario, congratulations, you won nothing because I'm broke and I can't give money out like that. Now I know this comparison has been milked to death, but it's like the most accurate one. Like, tell me this doesn't look like Mario. And like, I just don't know what Sega was thinking. I mean, I was 7 when Generations came out, but to my knowledge, that game did really well, did it not? Remember in the intro when I said I questioned what the hell Sega was doing? This is why. This is a complete 180 from Generations in terms of gameplay. It's not for me, and I'm someone who actually really loves Mario. Like, I grew up playing Mario, but if I'm playing a Sonic game, I want to, have fast platforming, decent controls, and it's just like, if I want to play Mario, I'll go play Mario. In fact, for like the 3 people who never actually played this game, let me drive that comparison further. Sonic has a run button, the thing that Mario has that Sonic's never had, that thing that Sonic could just naturally do, he has a button for it now, apparently. And like, as much as I may sound cynical, that's actually not a terrible feature, it's just kind of odd, I guess. If it was to make beginners, get accustomed to the game and its controls, then I'm all for that. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's not necessarily my problem with the controls. My problem with the controls is how heavy they feel, and like, the speed really isn't even there. Like, a majority of this game is you platforming, so like, you don't have a chance to get speed like that. And do you guys remember what I said in that Shadow Generations video about how Sega has had a shit history with making good 2D controls, especially in this era? Well, my main critique with that was the boost games themselves, but this game isn't even a boost game, and I gotta say, this is some of the worst 2D control for Sonic, period. It feels like there's no physics, and he has like no flow to his shit. Like, there's no momentum. Like I said, he just feels heavy. And I don't even know how to explain it without, someone physically playing it. But take it with that, he just feels fucking heavy. It's a shame because he has some new moves in this game, mainly the parkour feature, which isn't good in this game, but it's a good concept, honestly. It just, again, it feels pretty clunky, and it's not properly explained in the game, to my knowledge. It's such a shame because I think the parkour would actually be a welcome addition if it had more natural flow and wasn't like super awkward to, handle. Like I said, great in concept, the execution's kind of just whatever. And well, outside of controls, I mean, the levels are kind of just there. There's probably a couple decent ones, but not really to my recollection. Like, I don't remember there being ones that I like overly enjoyed, I'm gonna say the same shit that every person who has talked about this game has said. Volcano Mountain Act 2 is definitely the worst level, period. I mean, just a lot of tight jumps, and like, this level is testing you. This is harder than the final boss. And I mean, I can't remember levels that I liked, but I can remember the ones that I fucking hated. In fact, let me just say it, Frozen Factory is such a shit zone. Shitty ice gimmicks, this fucking snowball gimmick. Oh yeah, and that level with the giant fruit for some fucking reason. This ain't Mario Sunshine, are we serious right now? And out of all those things, the thing that confused me most about this game is the fucking story. So riddle me this. These motherfuckers are flying an airplane, making a crash landing, they see a random planet. Tails knows what the planet's called, just without exclamation. Where does this planet come from? What the fuck is a lost hex? And don't even get me started on the fucking main antagonist, the Deadly Six. You could not pay me to name these motherfuckers off, minus like Zaz and Zavok. They have the most one-dimensional, honestly stereotypical personalities I've ever fucking seen. The emo one is depressed and self-loathing, the fat one loves sandwiches and is a complete fucking buffoon, and the lady loves her nails and is sassy. Like, are we serious? And outside of that, where do they come from? What is their backstory? Do they live on the Lost Hex? How did Dr. Eggman find these motherfuckers? That's the shit that confuses me. I'm just like, where did y'all come from? What is your purpose? I'm not even gonna lie. When I was recording this game, replaying this game, you know, for the video, I counted many times where I just didn't want to play this shit. It was so boring. And I genuinely, like, even as I was typing the script out, I felt sleepy. I felt zero stimulation, zero anything from this game. This game is just nothing to me. That's why I kept saying it was so painfully average, because that's all I felt when I played this game. It was just like, okay, it's another game done, I guess. And hey, look, I know there's people out there that really enjoyed this game or even just liked the game, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not critiquing anyone or bashing anyone for liking the game. Just for me personally, it did nothing for me. In my honest opinion, Sonic Lost World is, well, like I said, painfully average. So anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed me getting fed up with this game, you know, give it a like and subscribe maybe if you were interested in the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.